kailangan natin ang von Willebrand factor. So if you will be able to look at this illustration, no, kung ito yung collagen natin, okay, ito yung exposed collagen, kailangan po natin ng von Willebrand factor in between the platelet and the collagen. So the platelet via the GP1B95 receptor, right? So that is via the first receptor. The second one is via the GP2B3A. So, dyan naman magbabind directly sa platelet. So that will trigger naman or that will initiate naman the platelet aggregation. Okay? And then third, that is direct to the collagen. Okay? And then we also have the fourth one, which is your factor 8. Diba? Remember, factor 8, if it is free or unbound in plasma, it's unstable. Kaya kailangan mag-bind si factor 8 kay von Willebrand factor. Remember? And once na kailangan na ang factor 8 in the process of the coagulation, the thrombin will cleave factor 8 from the von Willebrand factor to activate it. Right? So kaya po ang von Willebrand factor ay associated not only for the primary hemostasis via the first, second, and third receptor, but also for the secondary hemostasis, no? Because it is the binding protein naman for your factor 8. Okay? Next, let's move on to the contact factors. So, for the contact factors, we have three. Ito po yan, yung nandito sa pinakataas ng ating intrinsic. That includes the factor 12A or factor 12, high molecular weight kininogen. We also have the pre-kallikrein. So, yan po yung tinatawag nating contact group. Why? Because they can be the factor 12A, no, by the way, can be activated by having contact with negatively charged surfaces. And once na meron ng 12A, ito po yan. So, ito yung negative charge. So, ito yung mga example ng mga negative charge surfaces natin. So, in vitro, ibig sabihin, kung gagawin natin to sa laboratory, you can use non-siliconized glass, kaolin, as well as ellagic acid. Kaya kung mapapansin ninyo, yung mga collection tubes natin for coagulation test, like the blue tube, yung blue top natin, rather, yung citrate, meron po yung silicone sa loob. Kasi contact with glass will activate the contact group. Eh, syempre, pag na-activate ang contact group, that will also activate the intrinsic and so on and so forth until ma-convert si fibrinogen to fibrin. Alright? And then sa in vivo naman, it can be activated by foreign materials such as yung mga stents, mga valve prosthesis. So, prostheses, yung mga ini-insert or yung mga nilalagay na prosthetics, halimbawa sa heart. Okay, so that could also activate your contact group and also bacterial cell membrane, which has a negative charge. Okay, so ngayon, once na na-activate na natin si 12A, so magbabind po yan kay high molecular weight kininogen. So because your high molecular weight kininogen is a cofactor of your 12A. So once high molecular weight becomes the cofactor of your 12A, the pre-kallikrein will be converted to kallikrein. And in return, the kallikrein will further amplify activation of factor 12 to factor 12A. Now, ang factor 12A, guys, or ang factor 12 at ang pre-kallikrein, these are serine proteases. Ibig sabihin po, zymogen sila at the very beginning. So, kailangan muna nilang ma-activate. Okay? To become serine protease. Wherein, ang high molecular weight kininogen naman, or your Fitzgerald factor, this is a non enzymatic cofactor of your factor 12A. Now, you have to remember, kapag deficient ang patient ng contact factor, hindi po yan nagiging problem kasi hindi po siya nagkukos ng bleeding disorder. Bakit kaya? Kasi po, pwede naman na ma-bypass ang intrinsic ng extrinsic. You understand? Kung hindi ma-activate ang extrinsic, so pwede yan ma-activate via the extrinsic pathway. And you still can activate or generate the thrombin that will convert fibrinogen to fibrin. So again, deficiencies nito will not cause bleeding disorder, whether it's factor 12, high molecular weight kininogen, or your pre-alecrin. All right. Now, let's move on to your factor 12A. So sabi ko nga kanina, your factor 12A, as I've mentioned here, that is in cofactor for in with a cofactor high molecular weight kininogen converts pre-kallikrein to kallikrein. So as you can see, magfo-form po siya ng complex. Ito pong in-encircle ko. That not only it will activate, no, together with the factor 12A alone here, diba? Together with the factor 12A alone, with complex to your pre-kallikrein and high molecular weight kininogen, can amplify the activation of factor 11. Understood? Factor 11 here. Okay po. Alone and with complex activates factor 11 to 11A. Clear? And then, yes,
Ma'am, di ko po sure kung sa side ko lang pero medyo unstable po yung audio.
same pa rin ba sa lahat?
Humihina po, ma'am.
Humihina? Bakit kaya? Kanina pa to eh. Sa last section. Okay. Sige, ganito na lang, guys. I think kahit anong ano yun natin, kasi kanina pa to sa dalawang section eh. Okay, ganito na lang. Magsisend na lang ako ng recorded lecture nito. If that's okay with you. Para hindi tayo magkaroon ng problem sa audio. Okay lang din. Okay sa inyo yon? Okay. Sige. So, gano'n na lang ang gawin natin. So, sino nga ulit ang inyong representative? Tridas. Sino? Sorry?
Ma'am, ako po. Villahermosa po.
Ville Hermosa. Na-email mo na ako. Parang hindi mo pa ako na-email, Ivo.
Hindi pa po, ma'am.
Oo, email mo ko para maibigay ko sa'yo yung what do you call this? Maibigay ko sa'yo yung um, link for the Google Drive ng recorded lecture nito. Okay?
Okay po, ma'am.
Sige. Alright, sige guys. Kung ano, pwede na pong mag-leave. Okay lang. Then, i-forward ko na lang kay Mr. Villahermosa yung recorded lecture. Okay, thank you.